Morning, William.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good. How's everything in the family?
Good. Yours?
Oh yeah, everybody's happy. We got a safety topic today. This one's on hazard awareness, the little things. I'll let you read that today.
All right. Most of us have probably heard the old sayings, it's the little things that count. There are many small things that influence our lives, and ignoring them can sometimes have serious consequences, particularly when it comes to safety. We have all been trained to watch out for the big hazards that can harm us, but little ones can sometimes do serious injuries too. One company became very concerned when its accident frequency showed a large increase over a 3-month period. Management began an in-depth check of systems, equipment, and material that are considered to be a high hazard: heavy machinery, ventilation, toxic substances, machine guarding, etc. To everyone's surprise, none of these were caused of the accidents. Chemicals were properly labeled and stored, machines in good repair and properly guarded. The exhaust fan, sprinkler systems, respirators, etc. were all in good working order. Instead, accidents stemmed from a variety of little things that had been ignored until the injury occurred. For example, they found that serious falls had been caused by, example one's a puddle of oil on the floor that was leaking from a forklift. No one had poured absorbent on the spill because it was too small to worry about. It wasn't too small, however, to make a passing employee slip and fall when he didn't notice it. Furthermore, the leaking forklifts need to be repaired so the accident won't happen again. Another example, a box of supplies that had been left on the floor in front of a shelf, instead of properly stored, it had been walked over dozens of times before somebody finally tripped over it. A ladder that was placed in front of an awkward opening door just for a minute. A changed light bulb was knocked over by another worker coming through the door, and both he and the worker on the ladder were injured. All these accidents waiting to happen had been ignored because they didn't really seem that dangerous to the workers involved. Employees all knew about and carefully avoided the major hazards found when repairing, energizing electrical equipment or bypassing machine guards. We often intend to report a defective tool, extension cord, or step ladder to the maintenance department, but we don't take time or we forget about it, the small things. It is important to follow through on the good intentions, since these are just sort of little things that can result in a serious injury for ourselves or to other workers. Minor injuries are left untreated, also little things that can cause big trouble if ignored. Just a scratch can become infected. A speck of dust in the eye can scratch the cornea and cause severe eye damage if not attended to. So be sure to report seemingly minor injuries and get appropriate first aid treatment. Little things do count, and if we take a few minutes to pay attention to all the potential hazards around us, we can prevent serious injuries from happening to ourselves and other employees.
How many times have you ever seen something happen real small? Not necessarily on this site, but even in the Navy.
Oh
anyway.
yeah. Oh,
it's
a lot. Yes.
I remember there was one time I was doing landscaping and I had this boss was going through and he's blowing off some leaves, and there was a step about 4 inches, and he didn't think nothing of it. He's blowing and he just jumps down off of it, and instead of stepping, and just that little 4-inch jump, he landed wrong, twisted his ankle. I come around the building and I see him laying in the floor screaming, and I thought he fell off the roof, and it's just something so little, so minor,
It hurts.
So I don't have really any DuPont examples because since I've been here, everybody's been safe. But yeah, it can be something so insignificant we don't even pay attention to.
Sure.
All right. So this morning, William, what did you clean and why was it important?
I pulled 2 pallets up off of A row over here and lifted them out, pulled them back, and swept underneath. Because if I didn't do that, the accumulation of dust and dirt would attract bugs and everything else, and just spider webs that get in there. So the more I do that, I'm doing 2 a day. So
Good.
It's not a lot, but it's enough to where I can keep.
Excellent. Continuous. Excellent. This morning I went to the oil pad and we got some dust and stuff that's building up, I guess, from being out there, all the air circulating. And it was actually starting to build up near the drain spout, so it's going to clog next time we used it.
Gotcha.
So I got that out. That's why that's important. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't be able to drain it when it fills up with water. Anything out of place when you were looking around?
No, I didn't see anything today, but I went looking for my dolly, but I'll get to that in a little bit. That's what I'm on a lean project.
Okay. I didn't notice anything other than some trash. I don't think it was us, but people throw Gatorade bottles, stuff like that down. I picked it up. All right, so worm pit, William. I'm gonna ask you for the worm.
Okay, it's waiting, overproducing, rework, motion.
And
You're gonna do pit, right?
that's processing, inventory, intellect, and transportation.
That's correct.
Give me an example of waiting.
Customer comes in and wants something. I don't get to him right away, and he becomes frustrated. Finally, when I do come down, he's got an attitude, which is not good. You know?
I'll give you an example of give me one. Which one do you want?
Give me inventory.
Inventory. All right. I got an example for that LMT. We stocked that LMT, and the minimum order quantity is there, but they don't tend to want to order it in time.
Oh yeah.
So we stock way too many bottles, and that's a cost that's continually on our inventory. And then when they fully deplete, they order 3 times as much as they should.
Right, which is very expensive.
Yeah. So there's not much we can do about that. We try to keep training, but that's definitely an inventory waste.
Definitely.
All right, Hagemeyer's lean objectives.
So eliminate waste. I'm not doing this for y'all. This is my.
We're gonna say it together.
Okay.
We're gonna empower
All
all associates, eliminate waste,
increase
increase efficiency in everything we do every day. All right, so last week you gave me some lean projects. We had the fire cabinet being moved from downstairs to upstairs. Saves time for the walking back and forth, especially since you bring it down here and we issue it out upstairs.
Right.
And also, we don't get fines because the storage cabinet's big enough to hold all of our products.
All our inventory is still laying it all over the floor.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
So that was a $474 savings preliminary, and that's not including any MSHA fines that we got on there.
Oh my gosh.
The other improvement that we had from last week was customers were looking for something to put items in from the free issue bins. So they come here looking, they didn't have something, they got their hands full, they go steal our boxes or come find you and stop you from working. You put some paper bags over there, that saved $691 a year.
Pretty good.
At this point, let's see, next thing on the agenda, do you have any lean projects from yesterday?
For today.
Okay. Tell me what you got.
Like I was going to say about the dolly, that was my lean project. I always look for it. Somebody will use it and they won't put it back in the right place, which is upstairs with me. So I made a permanent place for it upstairs.
Put your Kaizen corners
Put
down?
my Kaizen corners down and all that good stuff. So it's missing. I know I can roll some heads.
Excellent.
Saves me a lot of time walking back and forth around the warehouse outside and finding out who did it.
That's good to know because I'm probably guilty of leaving it out of place too. So now we got Kaizen corners that'll fix that.
There we go.
All right, excellent. I'll submit that for next week.
Sounds good.
The next thing on the list, at this point, we would watch a lean video. We're not going to show you that on this video. We would also fill out our JSA, which is more just on-site tasks, so we're not going to go over that. But at this point, we'll open up if there's anything for group discussion. If you have any concerns, questions, anything that you got on your mind, on your radar?
No, I'm not right off. I can't think of any, but it's Monday morning.
Right.
You know, we got a whole day.
Right. We got, Phil Palmier did approve us doing the signage project.
Oh, good.
So we'll be able to start putting those signs up. That'll be a good lean project for us to roll out for next year.
Okay.
That's all I got.
And you were mentioning cycle count.
Yeah, and we'll be doing that this coming week.
Sounds good.
Excellent. And that is our morning meeting. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.